Hey, welcome back to Out of Spec Scoots. This is another unboxing video, and I have with me here the Ariel X-Class 52V, which V stands for Volt. The X-Class, it's a cool name. It's like the S-Class of e-bikes, theoretically. It's a big box, one of the biggest we've had to unbox here. Really cool, interesting e-bike that is possibly the most powerful we'll have tested up to this point. 1,000 watt nominal, 2,000 watt peak for the power. Also 5 straps here. This is awesome. That's the 5 out of 5 on our straps score on the box. Let's get this open here. So far, excellent construction. Also, can we point out one thing here on the side of the box is like a TV, which our theory is maybe they like dress this up to look like a TV box to prevent theft, I guess, maybe, in case people are less inclined to steal a TV. I will say it's a really ugly, old-fashioned looking TV, so that's possible. All right, and within this box looks to be another box. Yeah, this is just double packaged. So I'm actually going to tip it upside down. I want to pull this box out and see what it actually looks like. Wow, that's some heft. This is probably going to be the heaviest bike. I made the mistake of lifting this box by myself earlier today. Not doing that again. I wonder why. Okay, thank you, Tijmen. This thing looks rad. Oh, they gave us the red version too. There's a variety of colors for this thing. But yeah, wow, lots of foam, styrofoam everywhere. Here's the box of goodies, in theory. Just gonna rip it apart here. Is this another box inside a box? It is, but also the thickest. That's like thick with 4 C's. Look at that. That's the thickest manual we've ever seen. Wow. We don't need that. Oh, how do I open this? Okay, charger, yep. Seems pretty standard, although maybe a little heavier. Let's see what this looks like. This is the nicest bike we've seen, so, oh yeah, look at that. It's got their logo on it instead of some generic charger brand, so that's good. That still feels, sounds cheap. Pedals. The same Well-Go metal pedals we've seen on most bikes we've tested. Oh, wow, okay. Got those open, but look what else is in here. Touch-up paint. This is a real enthusiast bike. You can tell by this red, beautiful touch-up paint. That's hilarious. Properly painted this thing. No idea what that is. Toolkit, labeled as such. And, oh, our favorite thing, random screws.
Oh, no.
If you haven't seen our 700 series for the Ride 1-Up, yeah, that's, what in the, okay. Oh, yes. This is rad. We got all sorts of things. You can put your own tools inside a handle. All right, let's see what this is all about. Wow, this is hefty. Okay. Oh my gosh. This thing looks so cool. Dibs on office lunch rides for this thing. Okay, now I can start cutting things off again. Lots of zip ties. This is normal run-of-the-mill for e-bikes these days. There's another box though, zip tied under here, which I'm not really sure what this is about. Oh, this is the headlight, baby. Look at that. That's retro modern, sort of. Yeah. Jeep vibes for sure, right there. This is, yeah, I'm loving this so far. Of course, I don't know what the assembly is going to look like yet, but So far, packaging's good. In fact, all the components feel good. Everything feels really good so far. It is a bit steeper, I guess you could say. This bike runs for $26 or $25.99 typically. However, just like most e-bikes, it's on sale at the moment and possibly indefinitely for $2,200, I think, $21.99. So still the most expensive we've at least unboxed at this point, but not a crazy amount more. And I'm curious to see if you get a lot more for your money. So far, a much different seat design. This is more of a, like, almost small motorcycle seat rather than a bicycle seat. Really like that. Okay, yeah, immediately something else I've noted, different from all the other bikes we've unboxed, is the rear shock. So in theory, this will be a little better off-road, although it's pretty street-focused tires, it looks like. But, you know, even on the street, it should have a better ride. Of course, adjustable front suspension as well. But I'm excited to see how this one feels on the road. Okay, front wheel is loose. Just look at this red color scheme. Front fender. Oop. Two mounting points for the front fender. That's awesome. Yeah. This is great. Interesting design for the reflector. It's so ugly, but it's mandated by law. There we go. And nice rear passenger pegs. Is that what that is?
Are they gonna sit in the middle?
You might be able to option a second seat, actually. Or maybe it's just another place for you to put your legs. We'll find out once we get it all put together. There's the battery. Judging by the bars, it's almost full. What is this? USB port. Nice. Just one, but yeah, it's right there. Waterproof little thing there. So many zip ties, but that's really not a problem. You don't want it to be damaged in shipping or anything like that. But if it is, you have touch-up paint. So that's pretty much unboxed. I'm gonna lay it all out here and then we'll get started with the assembly.
Since Jordan's still recovering from a last e-bike unboxing injury, I'm up again to put this bike together. And honestly, it looks pretty much together already. We don't have to use, so they gave us screws, but they're extra screws. And they give us a toolkit, so all we have to do is take some bolts off and then put the other stuff on, and then we're good. So we'll start right with the handlebar, bring this thing back up. Oh. I'll stand in the middle so it doesn't fall again. Oh, this seat is quite comfortable. I can sit here all day. Let's see, this looks like whatever this size is. Oh, they're quite tight on there. We'll just take all of these off. They do come with little washers, which is nice. Hopefully I don't lose those in the rug. One more. I thought I already lost a screw, but it was under my foot. So this is bottom left. We'll grab, oh, there's a screw here on the ground. I don't know where that came from, but we'll figure that out at some point. But look at how easy this is. You just grab and connect. And you want to put this piece onto these grooves. So first off, those grooves are centered, but also keep it from sliding when it's tightened down. When you go to tighten it, you want to do a diagonal pattern somewhat as best as you can so that it's even pressure throughout the handlebar. Straighten this a little bit. I do notice that without the front wheel on, the handlebars are quite low compared to how I'm sitting, which I think we can move this seat back a little bit, because otherwise you're kind of like this. But we'll see how it actually is when we put it all together. So here we go to tighten. Kind of do even pressure throughout till, what I usually do is till I can't go any more hand tight, and then switch to a different one till I go hand tight, and then go switch the Allen key around to where I can tighten it even farther. Yeah, so you can so here, there's a bolt here Jordan just mentioned, and then you can rise this up closer to you or even farther down to get that ultimate race stance. So here we're just gonna tighten it to basically where it's just a little extra force to get it. Okay, handlebar is on. What should we go to next, Jordan?
Front wheel.
Front wheel? Okay, let's do it. So we can just kind of not kick this off. We have to unscrew it. So let's see. Are these hand tight? Nope. This looks to be like a 15. Man, I am good. I mainly want to see if there's space on the bottom to get them out. It seems like there is. So we just got to loosen this a bit. Just got a little lightheaded. But I just grabbed this, put a 15 mil on it, and just so I can slide it onto the end of this, hopefully. If I can get this plastic out of the way. Beautiful. And this makes it so much easier. I mean, you can do it with this, with the supplied tools, you can do it. But, I mean, having more tools never hurts anybody. Makes your life a lot easier. Oh, it's coming. Ow. This bike does have some sharp points on it, so be careful where you put your hands. There we go. Now, Jordan, if you'd be so nice, roll that wheel over here. So we don't actually need this, it seems like, because there's already a screw here. So all we have to do is spread these apart a little bit. Oh, that's tightening it. And then put it on. So forks are like you can move them. So be careful when putting your tire on. Oh, there is a block plate for the disc on the wheel. So you just pull that out, slide it on in, and bring it on down. And wow, that was super simple. Just tighten this real quick. Hand tight. Also hand tight. Let's just double check this side. Yep, front wheel's on. Nice. That was super simple. And now since I'm in this position already, I'll just do the headlight. So this is pretty simple. They give you the screws you need. So you don't really have to take anything out of that bag. You just unscrew these here and not lose the washer, hopefully. Where'd that go? Voila. Tilt it more towards me, will you? There we go. And I think that was also 15. Yep. And bike's basically together. So now that the wheel's on, the bike's not going to fall over anymore. And to connect the headlight is just a simple plug. You can just run through here. You can easily line it up. There's a notch on here from the headlight side, the male side to the female side. There's a notch in there, so you kind of just line that up. If I can find the spot. There we go, boom, super easy. And then pedals are next. Also, they give you left and right, which makes your life easier when you're putting this together. So this is right. The only tricky thing about this is just lining up. But once you do have it lined up, you can just tighten it on there and then grab a 15 millimeter is what they all are. If you got a loose rear tire, you can, like we did with another bike before, you can just twist it around and make it even easier. That's on there. Now we have the front fender and we're done. Okay, to mount this is very simple. There's a, oh no, almost lost the nut. There's a hole here and then there's a hole here. You can see on here, there's space in between for both. So we'll grab the washer and put those to the side. Just gonna run this through here real quick. Just line up the front. It's already pretty tight on there when you're going to push this in. And voila. And then you can kind of maneuver this, bend these a little bit, but we're just gonna put this rear on here. I mean, I didn't even read the owner's manual or anything. I just kind of looked to see what had to be put together, and it was very simplistic. It's probably one of the easiest bikes we've had to put together, which is very nice. It's what, taken us 10 minutes so far? Yeah. At most, and it's very self-explanatory. And then here we just the right size. Nope. Let me make sure. Nope, too big. I'm guessing this is too small. Yep. Okay, I'm just gonna lay these out. Yep, there we go. And now we just need to put something on the rear. The rear is an 8mm, so I'm just gonna go like this, not let the front move, and just slowly tighten it on. Just kidding, I'm grabbing an 8mm socket and doing it that way. Turn this, make my life a little bit easier. Voila. So what you need is a 15mm socket and a 8mm socket, and you are good to go. You can get this thing set up in under 15 minutes maximum, I would say. And basically now, this is tight, just like that, bike's all together.
All right, thanks Tijmen for assembling this bad boy. This looks stunning. Like, I just love this. The paint, it looks like it may already need some touch-up paint there. Cool accents, 52V, X-Class on the rear. There are these pegs on the back, so I guess in theory that could be, let's see. It is another place for your feet if you want to do it this way. That's pretty cool. The weight limit I think is 300 pounds, so I don't know if you could even do a rear passenger. They might have accessories to mount here, judging by the holes, but this is awesome. Let's get it fired up and see what state of charge they had it in out of the box. So 4/5, roughly 80% or so. Looks like 0.2 miles are on that. And the button down here is the one on the right that powers it on by holding it down. And then holding down the plus will give us the backlit screen, the awesome headlight, and the taillight back here. Which the brake light, yeah, when the brake is applied, it gets a little brighter. All right, plastic. That's a pretty sad little piece of plastic on the headlight, not gonna lie. How about here? There's no tab, but there is plastic covering the display. Huh. Unless it's a screen protector. But then there's also this one. Nice. Great sound. You can also press the battery button on the battery itself, and that'll show you roughly, instead of using 5 bars, it uses 4. So those are all filled. And the keys themselves, where are the keys at? Oh, keys are on the handlebars. I need scissors. Pulling the keys off here, we can actually, I'll turn it off here. You can unlatch the battery and it just slides out. Nice hefty battery. This is, I think, 920 watt hours, so almost a kilowatt hour of battery on here. This is awesome. So yeah, this bike has incredible specs for what we've seen on these e-bikes. This is the most powerful wheel unboxed. 1,000 watts, 2,000 watt peak power, This should be a lot of fun to take out on the road. So be sure to like and subscribe and keep an eye out for our full review on this thing. We'll see you in another video very soon.